Hey everyone, and welcome back to Gardening with Ben. Well, it's a gorgeous day down here in October, nice autumnal day. You can't complain at the weather today. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to talk about how we get our allotment ready for next summer, well, springtime, summertime, as it can seem a very daunting job getting all the allotment cleared, getting it all ready, getting it all tidied, especially if you've got a new allotment and you're wanting to make tracks of getting started. Now, the best way that I do get my plot ready, as I'm only down here twice a week now, I don't get my 4 days off like I used to, so we've got to try and get it all done ready for next year. And when you think about it, we're not going to be planting out in the allotment until May time, when the first frost's gone. So you've got about 7 months to get your plot ready, so it is a lot of time. And some people think that's it, the season's over now, I'm not going to go down to the allotment, we're going to start again next year. Now, this is the most crucial time to be down at the allotment and get it all ready for next year, because it's not too hot. Sometimes you get nice days like today where you can actually get a lot done down here. So what we usually do is we concentrate on different areas each week when we come down. Like, I'll say I'll clear 3 beds on Saturday, clear 3 beds on Sunday, and just work my way down getting it all cleared one by one. And the same goes for like my fruit area. 1 week I'll concentrate on my fruit area, and 1 week, if it's raining, I'll go in the polytunnel and start tidying up the polytunnel, cleaning it all up. Same goes for in my shed. If it's raining, we'll be clearing out in the shed. But while it's decent weather, we'll be getting the allotment all tidied, all cleared and all ready. And then hopefully it should, if it goes to plan, be all cleared by end of November. And then I can concentrate on doing the other jobs which you don't get a chance to do during the summertime because you're too busy planting all your plants, sowing all your seeds, doing all that. Now, winter I use as a time of repairs, improvements, doing up little areas. Like every year I'll do a little area up. Like last year was horrendous. I had to do so many jobs down here. I had to repair all my shed. I literally took off all this side of my shed and rebuilt it all. I rebuilt all the extension because it had all collapsed the year before, so I couldn't grow anything in the shed. I couldn't start any seeds off the year before that. So last year was mental. We had to do a lot of work, but I got it all done and we got it all progressed. And this year I don't think I've actually got to do any improvements down at the plot this year, because I spend a bit of money on a certain area every single year to add improvement and to make it better. And this area was the most well spent area last year. I've got my own chair, I've got a little seating area. I've never had a seating area on my allotment in the 17 years that I've had my plot. So it's nice to come down, have a coffee, have a chill and do these videos on here as well. So we'll be working our way down the plot. Now at the moment I'm just clearing all the weeds out of all my beds, getting it all stripped. I'm not completely pulling out all the roots and everything like that. I'll do that over the winter periods, but I just want to get all the main weeds out, because once they're out they won't grow much at this time of year. So if you clear all your beds as best as possible and get them all clear. Now, some people will put black membrane over them to stop any weeds from growing over them, but that doesn't let the nutrition in necessarily. It stops any nutrition from forming and getting into the ground. So I leave my beds open and cleared. And one thing that you can do is, once you've cleared all your beds, all you need to do is just once a week just go around with a hoe or a tiller and just keep it weed free. And like I said, during the winter months not many weeds will grow down here. So I'll give you a little tour of what I've been getting up to down here. Tomorrow we'll do the main tour and we'll do a proper tour of the allotment and show you how well it's progressing. I've done a lot this week. I'm quite impressed with myself. I've nearly cleared all my beds, so fingers crossed we should get the allotment all cleared and tidied, ready for end of November. And then I'm going to do some work in my shed, doing some improvements in there, ready for the sowing season come March time, because you never know what the weather's going to be like during January and February time. It could be absolutely awful, the snow could come down, and then we won't be able to get to the allotment. So getting as much done as possible now is the best solution, as obviously come March time, April time, you'll be spending all your time sowing your seeds, transplanting, getting all that ready. So now is the time to be getting all the allotment ready for next year. It's the best time to do it in. So let's have a little look around at what we've been up to. So I'm not the tidiest of gardeners, I'll give you that, but we've got 24 beds on our allotment, 24 growing beds that we use, and as you can see, I'm nearly at the top of the plot to where it's all nearly cleared. So like I say, I'll just clear 3 beds each week, each time I come down, and move on to the next 3, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll all be ready and tidy, ready for next springtime. So yeah, like one weekend I'll work on clearing all that bindweed from down that fence inside and get all that tidy. So I write little jobs of what I need to do down here, and as you can see, we've got our shallots in, we've got our onions in, we've got our garlic in over there, and we've still got a bit of beetroot left down here. So there's not much growing at this time of year down at the allotment. So we don't have a lot of stuff growing down here at the allotment during the winter time. I don't tend to grow anything through the winter time. I'll only plant my onions and plant some garlic. That is all I'll grow. Like some people use the polytunnel for continuing to grow through the winter period, but that's not something that I tend to do. I like to use this time as preparing for next year and doing any work that needs doing. Any improvements, laying new paths, repairing fencing, repairing a roof on my shed, which I've still got to do. I've got a piece that I need to fix on that, but we've not got much jobs to do as in repairs and building this year, thankfully. That's, fingers crossed, hopefully we don't get no bad weather that'll destroy stuff, but hopefully we'll get it all done. So yeah, that's tend to do what I do down here. So as always, like I say, give me a follow, feel free to like it as well, and leave a comment below and let me know what winter jobs you're doing down at the allotment. But we'll keep you progressed over the winter period and the autumn period. So until next time, remember, keep smiling, keep shining, and keep gardening with Ben, everyone.